Oh, see you guys again. How you doing? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, I found a perfect video for you guys. We have a leveling job going on apparently. And since I have nothing to do and it's a lovely weather, I realized what I can do. I can go to the house, I'll show you how the leveling's done, and the manager, the guys at the back, can move the boxes for you. So let's get into it. Guys, so we are at the location now. We are in Little Aston, and as you can see behind me, the guys are doing all the preparation. If you want to follow me, Mr. Joy, if you want to zoom in so you can see what the guys are doing. He's using a bit of a roller to spread all the primer. Okay, Mr. Harry, if you could just please kindly. So,
can you focus?
Of course. Got you, homie. So, Mr. Harry, since you're the expert, why do we use primer before we...
The reason for the primer is so that the leveler actually bonds to the floor. Depending on which sort of subfloor you're dealing with, there's two different primers that you can go for. One of them is known as grip primer, which is what we use on top of tiles, asbestos tiles. Some customers are not happy with them being removed, so we use that on top of that. And then in a normal place like this, which has got a concrete subfloor, we use a normal DPM primer, which allows the substrate to be sticking to the floor.
When are you starting to pour? Once the primer is dry?
We've got to allow the primer to dry.
Okay.
If you see that there's two gaping holes over that side,
okay.
So those two holes will have to be filled in with a different product. Little tiny holes. When a customer has paid a lot of bags for leveling compound, we can't risk the fact of pouring inside of that corner, coming up to here, and then finding out that there's a leak last minute, because then that would mean that we'll lose more than half of the compound inside of this hole and that hole there. So we'll patch it up first. If you see along the line up here, we've got small little holes all the way around. They may not leak through, but just as a safety precaution, because we have the feather bag and the A45 will feather over this section, any cracks which are inside the floor would be filled up, and then we take it from there.
Very nice, thank you very much. And how long it takes for the primer to dry, roughly?
The primer can take anywhere up to 20 minutes to an hour, sometimes even 2 hours, just depends on the weather on the day and what subfloor you're working with. If you're on top of tiles, then it's a big problem. Normally it takes about an hour and a half to dry.
One thing I noticed, the expansion foam. Why do we put expansion foam all around some of the areas? As you can see, you put it around here, you put it by the walls.
So,
any reason?
So most builders, when they do like a leveling job, we've seen it tons before. So inside of a kitchen, for example, where the legs are, they don't expanding foam all the way around. Expanding foam is also another safety precaution. So just in case the plaster hasn't gone all the way down to the wall, there might be a hole. We just do it. It is a little bit messy, but it's a lot better to save the customer money and put expanding foam just as a safety precaution. And expanding foam always has to be placed in doorways where obviously you don't want it to leak out. We've had instances previously where along the back doors or at the front doors of the property, if you don't put expanding foam, some of the people that fit door frames, they don't seal it properly. So sometimes it can leak outside. So just as a safety precaution, we put it on.
Nice, thank you very much. Pretty much Harry explained everything that you need to know. I'm gonna let Harry and Sam do the job. I'm not gonna get in the way, and we'll get back once it's dry and the guys will start to pour. Hello. Okay, now you're wondering why am I here? First, it's a sunny day. I love the heat, but I hate the sunlight. So I'm nice and cozy in here. Okay, jokes aside, I'm gonna, well, not me myself personally, I'll let Mr. Harry explain the difference between mortar and the feather finish. Now, Mr. Harry, please, can you explain the difference between mortar and the feather finish, if you don't mind, please?
So feather finish is normally used after a job is complete. Sometimes the height difference from the doorway is a little bit low. Sometimes also levelers, if you're dealing with too many different height differences, the leveler, once you've poured the first time, doesn't come out 100%. But if you're going on top of like a laminate, for example, or even in engineered some cases, you can use feather to raise up certain sections. It's only very thin. It's only meant to be used for up to, I think, about 5 mil. height increase, whereas the mortar is used normally before leveling is done. It's just to fill up or seal up any gaps. Some people don't use expanding foam like the way in which we use expanding foam around the room. Some people use mortar, but in our case expanding foam was more accessible, so we've used expanding foam. But now you will see Sam, which is inside, is about to crack on now. He's going to use the mortar to seal off any places which there's a risk of it leaking out.
So,
Oh,
are you still recording?
Yeah, we need to go check.
I say let's go get a nice McFlurry. Obviously after the job's done, yes. We are not that type of people.
I think Sam's.
Let's go have a look. Let's go have a look and see what Sam's up to. What we doing? Do you want to take the short cut or do you want to go the longer way? Let's go take the long way. Very nice morning.
It was a nice.
Have you had your coffee yet? That's it. That's the way it is. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Jesus, that's a big of a gap. Okay. What we're doing, and we're just mixing it. See, the thing is, I wouldn't call this icing. See, the thing is, I used to do this when I was a kid at my granddad's house, because he used to deal with all of this type of sand and cement and all this sort of stuff. So I'm kind of used to it. Flashbacks. See, when they come to the shop, I'll help them to move all the bags, and I'm here to help them do the job.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
See what I mean? There we go. I'll leave it to the experts, man. I'll leave it to the expert. Oh, this looks nice. Give a hand. I'll take that as a no. So you're pouring this to cover all the gaps, sort of flatten it out to a certain degree. So can you just tell me what's the reason of you're pouring this compound on these specific cracks?
So if you see inside of here,
Okay.
it's all loose because the builders filled it up with sand and cement just as a safety precaution so that we don't leak or waste any leveling compound. We're going to use this just to seal off the areas that there's big holes. If you see on this side, there's a big nasty hole along the side there. So these will all need to be filled up.
Okay. And how long does it roughly take to dry, this particular thing?
This normally takes about 4.5 hours to dry.
Okay.
So we'll check back in with you after 4.5 hours.
That's fine. Thank you very much. I'll let you crack on. I'm just going to get out of the way, honestly. They don't want me here. I can tell. I can feel it. I can sense it. The cider. Bombastic cider.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Put this on the camera. Make sure you're recording this. I'm going to help him with the boxes. Sorry, not the boxes, the bags. Yeah, I'm going to help you with the bags. Because I'm a good person. Deep down.
Bruh, chill.
Just bringing the bags in. That's it. How many bags we got? 31. How many kg each bag?
25.
25. Yeah.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay, so as you can see, the guys are about to pour. Primer has dried. They're all ready to pour all the compound in the water. Ari, do you want to explain what's the ratio, water per bag? Or?
So the manufacturer for this.
Bear with me. Start again.
So the manufacturer for this leveling compound recommends between I think it's 4.5 liters. The mix, so it says the mix ratio is 4.25 between 4.5 liters, but I find that it comes out a bit too thick. So what we do is we normally mix that 5 liters per bag, so 15 liters of water in each bucket. That gives us a good mixture of 3 bags inside of there, and it's enough so that I can spread it out quickly. because especially with the temperatures that we're dealing with today, it can dry in some cases.
Okay. And in this specific job, what's the average that we pour in today?
So this morning when I got here, we put down the laser. Everywhere is pretty much level. It just needs a basic skim. This section here is low by a centimeter, and that corner over there is low by a centimeter. So I know exactly all of here is going to be a thin coat. We're only going to be pouring about maximum 5 mil. And then inside of this corner, we're going to be pouring a little bit more. But you will see as we pour, the leveler will find its own way anyway. Just the main thing is to spike roll.
Okay, thank you very much. Just to let you know, I helped him with all the bags. Just to let you know. Thank you. Appreciate it, Mr.
We do not care.
I'll do it. What we do, and this is a very important step, take this up, put it here, and then and only then, I forgot to ask him whether we use cold water or warm water, or does it make a difference? Now we are almost at 11.5. Now we wait, 12. We are pushing 13 litre. Okay, we are slowly getting to 14. Again, key thing, when you get to 14.5, put the water pressure down. We are on 14, 14.5, boom. You bring it down, you wait.
Few moments later.
You go back on the lighting, you gotta find the line, and it is 15, boom, that's it, that's done.
When you see it turns into like chocolate, you see how it how's this? See that color there? Then you know it's mixed.
Give it a go, Sina.
Quick question and off topic. Have you ever thought about trying this? Like put it in a mug?
It's splashed.
No, put it in a mug. Like you
Yeah.
tried to taste it before.
Yeah, of course.
Does it taste nice?
Yeah, but it tastes better with primer.
Does it?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'll show you.
Wow. This is so satisfying. What, sorry?
On the Nike sneakers app.
Nike sneakers app. Okay. Do you accept Klarna? But funny enough, we do. If you go to our website, Flooring Surgeons, we do accept Klarna as well. Do you need to come back and resand the surface, or is this good to lay?
You won't know until it's complete and it's fully dry. You
Okay.
might have 1 or 2 imperfections, but you won't know until the job's
Okay.
done.
There's a lot of splashes going on. I should give it a go. Everyone's saying I should give it a go. You want to hold this for me, please? I love how he put the power down.
Let's see if you can turn it on. Now wait until he puts the 3rd bag in.
I gotta wait for him to
No,
put the
no,
bag.
no, no, no.
No! God, please, no! No!
You have to mix. You have to mix, 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 mix. Leave it on. Continue, full blast.
Okay.
That was easy.
Carry on. Looks like a penguin with them spikes on. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for staying. I'm going to leave the guys to it. I'm going to let them do their work because they're clearly fed up with me, rightly so. But if you do like the video, please make sure you like and subscribe. We're going to do a part 2 where we come back, watch the fitting. Again, I'm going to talk about the other fitting, what they're going to do, what they're going to lay. I'm not going to spoil it now, but you'll have to wait and see for the video. But thank you very much for watching, and see you guys later.